children look at each other like, what is this? It was starting. Because it's total, quiet and then smart. What's up everyone, chào các bạn và chào mừng các bạn đã quay trở lại với tập 5 của Podcast Slow and Clear của What's Up English. My name is Carter, and in this podcast, we're going to talk about Halloween. So in the beginning, you guys are going to learn the interesting history of Halloween, and then we will start talk about that they do during Halloween. In family, I'm going to tell you guys kind of like a ghost story, but it's something that happened to me and that I still remember to this day. It's kind of creepy. Let's begin the history of Halloween. And so maybe you know Halloween as a holiday, the holiday when kids dress up in scary costumes and they go door to door, asking strangers for candy. In that is called trick-or-treating, right? But in the way that started around to in what was known in clear that in know is country like Ireland, Scotland, country in and also some country in Europe. So that area was pretty, and at the time they had a holiday called Samhain. And Samhain was on November. On this holiday, people believed that ghosts would come back from the dead and roll around. So what they did to stop the ghosts from coming to their home was they would put things like bread and wine at the door, and the ghost will be happy with offering and not go into your house. People were also, and when they were outside, because they believed that if they were smoke, then the ghost would think that they are ghosts too, and leave them alone. This day, when the ghosts would roam around the street, cars used to be called Samhain, and then they changed the name to All Hallow. The day before All Hallow was All Hallow Eve, and then we got shortened to Halloween. To sum it up, Samhain was on November. Samhain became All Hallow, and then the day before All Hallow was All Hallow Eve, because Eve means the day before, like Christmas, and then All Hallow Eve become Halloween. So that's how we have the name Halloween. One thing the poor people used to do at this time, they would go around beginning, and if someone gave him a party, in return they would pray for that person. They would pray for their, or they would play just bicycle routing for whoever gave them this pastime. This called sampling. And where there was another activity, and this one match. So guessing was when young people, kids, children would dress up, and then they got accepting food, money, or wins, stuff like that, in exchange for singing in a poem or telling a joke. Some form of and again, that's called gossip. But then much later in the this Irish causing immense to that come to. They brought back this old tradition, and then in the around this time, those traditions became what is known today as trick-or-treating. So today, Halloween is a very big industry in America. That Americans spend over 10 billion in two, so it's very big industry. So now, as we talk to many countries around the world, including Vietnam, many kids like to dress up and get free candy because everyone loves candy. So something that Halloween are trick or treating, of course, and trick or treating is when kids dress up and or something scare. They go door to door or apartment to apartment and they say trick or treat and hopefully get a candy in the West. And also here we have Halloween party where they will dress up with like a monster or whatever and go to the party. They are haunted house and haunted mean ghosts are there. I remember when I was young, I was maybe 5 and I was going to trick with my dad and my brother, and there was a haunted house not too far from my house. When some people in the West they put a lot of effort into creating something scary around their house or as a part of the house. So in the West, we have garage where you park your car, and many people would return there into the haunted house for kids. And I remember I saw a haunted house, and I was genuinely scared to go in because I was very young. And the guy said, if you go into this haunted house, you have a big can you will have a big candy, big small candy bear, right? Small chocolate bar. But he said, if I go in it, I will get a big one. It was tapping, but and I remember my brother. He was 3 years. He did he and I was thinking about maybe next year I'll do this, but this year I can't. It's too scary. All the things that people do on Halloween is carving pumpkin, and adding to you have a pumpkin, you carve it into a face or anything you have and then you put a candle inside, and it'd be very nice decorating some place that have have play when you go on a farm and you sit on a tractor or truck and it drives through the farm like the tar will fall, so you cannot see it very much. And at nighttime, and there was one place called Sunday Farm, and it was like a Halloween scare place. Go on a highway, and then they would drive you through the hay field. So, but you are on a bed or a truck, and so you can still export to the outside. And as they drive through the half-fire, their guys with a fake, but they suddenly jump on the fire, and they start chasing us on the truck, and it chainsaws it like itself. It's a real chainsaw, but they're not no chance. So it's terrifying, and was like a sex thing. And they watch horror movie, like what's a horror movie, and can have tell scare story around apple picking. I didn't tell their people would grab an apple from the berry. So yeah, those that people do in on. And finally, I'm going to the last part of his. I'm going to tell you guys a real short creepy story that happened to me. It is 100 short. From I was saw what I'm not making anything up. This was not a time I can remember exactly when. I think it's got in winter in Canada, and I was in my basement with my friends. We were sitting in this room. There was another room not too far away, but the door to that room was closed. Suddenly we heard a very loud from. It sounded like something is very heavy or rush far down, and the smiles go on like it was loud. And as soon as it happened, me and my friend looked at each other like, what was that? It's stirring, because it was totally quiet. So that the first thing we thought was something must have fallen down, and let's go check it on it. So after the smash, we went to the room that we hear smash come from, and everything was normal. There was nothing on the floor, nothing out of ordinary, but just because we was convinced that something broke, something big broke. Here about that row, we thought we must be able to find something that make that noise, because it came from a and it was so loud. Loud is the point when we look at each other, even think it's like it's really loud that we couldn't, and we were pretty confused, to be honest. But then I went back to my computer, and then there was a pop up on the screen. And I remember this maybe 10 years ago, or not, maybe 12 years ago. So this was and there was a pop-up on my screen. It's just exclamation. It was like a young with it's an Italian word. It's that all, but the pop-up in with an Italian word. I thought so. I googled to Goose workwear, and it turned out that is a haunted house in Italy. It was famous for having ghosts in Italy, and I was like with word was put up on my computer. It wasn't, and it wasn't anything. It just popped up, and the only thing I clicked was okay. It happened very shortly after the lockdown. Everything where things had been proposed on by Italian people, that because in just there were many Italians that used to live there from 50 or years. To the day, I still don't know what was banned with. You know, my friend, he doesn't know. So it's my story. And I could say it was the most paranoid. That's what pretty much even happened to me. Because normal that believe in ghosts. To be honest, I'm pretty like logical, and I think there are no proof. Then I'm not going to believe in. But this was one thing I had no answer for. It was very strange that is for this Halloween podcast. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you learn some things about Halloween. I hope you have great. Maybe you not. Maybe you will go out trick or treat. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to click this video up, and I will see you next time with next video. See you later.